Hi, it's Tash. Welcome to Tash's Library. Today's video is going to be my top 20 science fiction novels as of January 2025. This is likely to change. I know it will because a lot of these entries are books I've read in the last couple of years because I'm fairly new to science fiction and I keep finding these amazing gems. But anyway, I thought it'd be really interesting to look at what my top 20 are at the moment. It'd be cool to compare later on. I had some rules for myself. I can repeat authors, but not books from the same series. Just to give it a bit of a mix, because otherwise, I have some series that I just love, and I would just pick all of them, and then that would be it. That would be like the top 10 of my 20, and that wouldn't be very fun at all, would it? I'm going to start at 20 and move up to 1. There are no honorable mentions. This is a very hard and fast 20. Number 20 is The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. So in this mind-bending murder mystery, party guests are trapped in a time loop. For me, this is a fascinating premise. It just kept me thinking the whole way through. And I found the characterizations really intriguing because there are some very unlikable characters. There are some very unlikable perspectives on people. But that just, to me, just created all these layers, which made this book amazing. Number 19 is The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury. This is a stitch-up novel examining various attempts to settle Mars. And for me, it was the prose in this. It is so beautifully written, provoking a whole array of emotional responses. It was a joy to read this book. Number 18 is A Canticle for Leibowitz by Walter M. Miller. Now, I'm surprised to put this on here because if anyone knows me, they will know I do not like dystopian or apocalyptic novels. I just don't. I don't like that bleakness. I like books that are a little bit more hopeful and joyful. However, this book surprised me enormously, clearly because it made number 18 of my top 20. And it's set in a post-apocalyptic world. Monks preserve human knowledge, and this is a poignant examination of human nature. I love the idea in this that people don't really change, that individuals don't really impact history. It also explores the role of knowledge in human development. I just found this really intriguing, really fun. It is very dark, but also very funny. I know, it's just a work of art. Number 17 is Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. This follows the 12th expedition to the mysterious Area X, which unveils a strange landscape and grim secrets. This is the first book in the Southern Reach series. It is highly mysterious, highly disturbing at times, but it just keeps you reading and the mysteries evolve. There are no answers at the end of this book, really, but oh my gosh, it is just so readable. Number 16 is Artificial Condition by Martha Wells. This is the second book in the Murderbot Diaries series. And I really could have picked pretty much any Murderbot to make this top 20. But because I couldn't repeat books in the same series, I decided to go for Artificial Condition because it has a superb supporting character. Probably my favorite supporting character of all time. So yes, anyone doesn't know Artificial Condition, this is following an android who has hacked his governor module, who must take time from watching space operas in order to save pesky humans. Murderbot to me just has such sarcastic humor. They're just short, beautiful novels. And Martha Wells is so fabulous at her economy of writing that in a very short space, she can create a really elaborate, really believable world. Number 15 is a Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. An astronaut awakens on a spaceship with no memory and has to use science to save himself and the world. This has incredibly likable characters, great integration of science. It's constantly intriguing and mysterious and keeps you on the edge of your seat. Number 14 is To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. In a future where human spaceflight has evolved, 4 astronauts are on a mission to survey 4 habitable exoplanets. This is a unique philosophical book. Very thought-provoking exploration of humanity, progress, and the small things in life. This was just a beautiful book to read. Number 13 is Station Eternity by Muir Lafferty. Mallory seeks refuge on a sentient space station to escape her murder-solving troubles. It's a witty extraterrestrial whodunit. This is the first book in the Mid-Solar Murders series. The setting is just really intriguing. The aliens on this sentient spaceship are highly unique, in my opinion. It's a great mystery sci-fi blend. Anyone who knows me knows I love mystery sci-fi blends. Great book. Number 12, Recursion by Blake Crouch. A thriller about time, identity, and memory, and a lot of mind-boggling science. This to me just has such superb plotting, great exploration of science. It was just a book I could not stop. It's just like a thriller. You pretty much start reading it. You read it in a day because you can't put it down. Number 11, a bit controversial, but it's Cibola Burn, which is the 4th book in the Expanse series. Now, from what I can see, this tends to be a book that most people don't like in the Expanse series. However, I'm one of those unusual people who love the first 4 books most in this series. So the Expanse series follows a captain and his crew facing a threat to the solar system. Now, what I liked about Cibola Burn is that it really confronts a fairly serious issue that's usually overlooked when exploring planets. And I'll leave it at that because I don't want spoilers here, but it was just incredibly fun and really interesting to me. It spoke to my particular interests. Number 10 is Empire of Silence by Christopher Rocchio. This is the first book in the Sun Eater series, an epic space opera in which Hadrian Marlowe tells his tale of how he became a despised murderer and a revered hero. This is just great epic sci fantasy. It is just so incredible to look at the start of this incredibly flawed character. Some people think it's slow. I thought it was quite nicely paced, and it really helped you understand where this character is coming from. Number 9, another Blake Crouch, and this is Dark Matter, a sci-fi thriller in which a physics teacher wakes up in a world where his life is a little bit different. This is just mind confuddling. It's just, you sort of understand what's happening, but at the same time, your brain's going, wait, let me try and picture this. Yeah, it's just, you get it intellectually, you can't actually picture it. It just, mind-blowing. But anyway, it's just brilliantly plotted. Blake Crouch, amazing. Number 8 is The Dark Forest by Cixin Liu, the second book in the Remembrance of Earth's Past trilogy, following the 3-body problem, in which a secret military project sends signals into space amidst the Cultural Revolution of China. The second book ups the ante then, exploring fascinating ideas about the universe. And for me, this is First Contact taking a serious turn. I love the ideas in this second book. Number 7 is The Fall of Moondust by Arthur C. Clarke, a thrilling space survival journey on the moon as a tourist craft crashes into the Sea of Thirst, which is effectively a sea of sand. This is just incredible. To me, as I was reading this is like The Martian set on the moon in the 60s. It's just such a tense science thriller. I loved it. I love the characters. It was superbly interesting, and I read it so quickly. Number 6, speaking of The Martian, is The Martian by Andy Weir. The stranded on Mars astronaut Mark Watney fights to survive against all odds. This to me is an epic adventure story, the ultimate. It has great humor and integration of science. I just really like the hard science in this. I loved his upbeat approach to problems that would pretty much floor most people. I just really enjoyed this book. The film's pretty good too, but the book still beats the film. Number 5, getting to the pointy end, is Foundation by Isaac Asimov. Psychohistorian Hari Seldon creates a foundation to preserve knowledge when he predicts the fall of the galactic empire. For me, this is an exploration of the epic sweep of history, looking at how the cycles of history and events that happen are actually completely independent of individuals. And that I found fascinating. Now that seems to be one of the criticisms of this book by some people, that it doesn't really focus on characters. That's the point. The point is, it's not about the characters. It's about the big ideas. I love the political wheeling and dealing in this. It's just so clever. And this completely sold Asimov to me as a top-notch author. Number 4, The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers. Just beat out A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, but I do like The Galaxy and the Ground Within a little bit more. It follows travelers who are stranded at a space stopover and have to face their prejudices. And for me, it is this exploration of this theme of prejudice and tolerance. It's really just a psychological study of human dynamics, but yet so cozy and so heartwarming. I adored this book. All right, top three. These are like incredible books. Number 3 is to Say Nothing of the Dog by Connie Willis. Now, I kept vacillating between To Say Nothing of the Dog and Doomsday Book because, I probably like them equally. I really, really do. But I've decided to go with To Say Nothing of the Dog because it's more comedic. So it's a comedic adventure where time-traveling historians search for an object in Victorian England and inadvertently cause unintended consequences. This is the second book in the Oxford Time Travel series, following Doomsday Book. And to me, this is just hilarious, yet poignant. It's just stupidly readable, so readable. It's effectively a Victorian comedy of manners, but with science fiction in it. The characters are just hilarious. I love it. I love it so much. I love this series. It's probably one of my favorite series. Number 2, I was also torn here, but I've decided to go with The Fall of Hyperion. Now, Hyperion is a Canterbury Tales inspired book where you have a group of 7 pilgrims who are journeying to seek answers and salvation from a mysterious creature called the Shrike amidst the galactic war. The Fall of Hyperion is a direct sequel to this, which then continues the story of these pilgrims. Now, I loved the structure of the first one, but I loved how the second one just had this epic escalation of events. And I found this one probably a bit more interesting and more entertaining. Just because the Hyperion is a classic. It's just so superbly plotted. But Fall of Hyperion, I think, is just slightly better at the moment. This could change tomorrow. But it does follow these deeply flawed yet likable characters. And I think that's, for me, what brought this home. There's also quite a lot of exploration of the technology in this era and the politics. And I love politics in my science fiction. Number 1 is, still the best science fiction book I have read. And it's miles ahead of even Fall of Hyperion, I reckon. It's just so good. So good. And it's Snow Crash by Neil Stephenson. In a dystopian Los Angeles, hero protagonist, best character name ever, defends his pizza deliveries with samurai swords and investigates a threat to the metaverse. This is science fiction, thriller, adventure, crazy hijinks, yet all tongue-in-cheek, yet still making amazing social commentary. The very fact that the protagonist is called hero protagonist gives you a sense of the sort of satire and commentary that's going to be happening in this. This truly questions our world, our progress, our technology, human nature. It's a dystopian world in which, of course, individual interests take precedence. It is a groundbreaking scientific vision as well. As I said, great sense of humor throughout and just memorable characters. I love this book. And that's it. They're my top 20. Please let me know what you think of some of these books, if you love them or hate them. Let me know if you think there are other books in this vein that you think I might like. And also, I have to have the caveat, of course, that I haven't included books I haven't read, of course. So if your favorite isn't in here, let me know what your favorite is, and maybe I will pick it up. So until I see you next time, take care.